low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Brian Giles from Brian Giles MTG. And we are here today for Mark Rosewater spoilers for Outlaws of Thunder Junction. So, Mark Rosewater, for nearly every set, puts out a bunch of spoilers, text spoilers, that basically give you kind of hints as to what's coming in the next set. Outlaws of Thunder Junction is a Western-themed Magic the Gathering set. So, hoo-ha, here we go. Starting off, we have some things that you can expect. A new batch of 5 related creature types. Okay. A card capable of returning 3 different card types from the graveyard to the battlefield. Ew, spicy. A mechanic players have been asking us to do for many years gets made as a setting was the perfect place to finally do it. Now, I really believe that this is the mount mechanic. It was, I think it was teased in the actual official reveal spoilers. The idea was that they were trying to do this with the horsemanship thing way back in the olden days. Back in like Portal 3 Kingdoms and whatnot. You know, back in that they were trying to do, you know, horsemanship was, but it got turned around and twisted into something that was akin to flying. If you had horsemanship, you could only be blocked by creatures with horsemanship. So the mount mechanic allows the characters to mount a creature much like they would crew a vehicle. And this is, again, this is a perfect setting to do it. Dual lands with the land subtypes has never been on dual lands before. I believe this is going to be like maybe a desert land type, because we already have seen in the reveal spoilers desert cards, and this is a Western set, so we're probably going to see a lot of desert stuff. A new modal mechanic that introduces something different to think about. Now, this was revealed in the leaks, which I don't trust always, because a lot of people put out fake leaks, and the leaks, you know, they're made with these grainy images, whether it's purposeful or whether it's just bad photography or whatever. But there is one that was in the leaks, and we'll speak about that maybe later. A card that can swap or exchange control of up to 3 different card types. That ties into the last one, you know, in the leaks. That's the card that they can do that. A new creature token that has an ability no creature token has ever had before. There's a lot of creature tokens on them, but usually not a lot of them have abilities on them. A typal card for skeletons and zombies. I have skeleton decks and I have zombie decks. Both of those are going to love that. Hoo-haw. Creature tokens in this set, some might have abilities. A 1/1 white sheep, a 1/1 blue bird, Stormcrow, a 1/1 black vampire rogue. Yeah, okay. 1/1 red mercenary. We've already seen that type of thing on some cards already. A 2/1 green varmint. Varmint. Dang varmints. 2/2 white ox. Not surprising. 2/2 white spirit. Okay. 2/2 blue and black zombie. 3/1 red dinosaur. Ew, dinosaurs. If somebody's going to like that. 3/3 white angel. 3/3 green elk. A 4/4 red scorpion dragon. Ew. That's going to be nasty. An XX green elemental. Okay. A star blue ox. Okay. Some of the planes with legendary villains in this set are from Dominaria, Fiora, Innistrad, Ixalan, Kaladesh, Kaldheim, Kamigawa, New Capenna, and Ravnica. So we're going to have villains from each of those planes, potentially. Next up, we got some rules text that might be showing up on some cards. First off, we have, then repeat this process X more times. If you're repeating something X more times, that's definitely not something good. If it wasn't cast or no mana was spent to cast it. Well, we've seen that on a few cards before, so that's interesting to see. Plotting cards from your hands cost 2 generic less. So plotting is another face-down mechanic. It's more akin to what's the mechanic from Kaldheim? I can't think of it right now. Where you exile a card and you pay it later. Yeah. But it's akin to that mechanic. You can't cast this spell on your first, second, or third turns of the game. Ew. An incredibly powerful card that they have to restrict when you can play this. I've only seen that on one card before. And I think it was like an angel. If you played that angel that early in the game, it would just create so much of an advantage. Next up, we have that card gains flashback 0. Ew. Flashback your card for 0. Free second spell. Oh, yeah. We'll take that. Next up, we have target creature becomes a white rabbit with a base power and toughness of 0/1. Sounds like some sort of crazy Western magician or snake oil salesman trying to trick you and whatnot. The white rabbit. Follow the white rabbit. Next up, when you win that flip, copy that spell. Okay, we're flipping coins again. If a triggered ability of a legendary creature you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. Okay. More triggers. Because we're trigger happy. Because this is a Western set. And you have to be trigger happy. Next up, you get that many additional upkeep steps after this stage. Boink. Boink. What? What? That's going to be interesting. Oxen you control have double strike. Sounds like some sort of matador ring. Okay. So that's interesting. Here are some creature type lines from this set. So a creature, armadillo, not surprising. A shark rogue, that's different. A plant bard. I just want a plant lord. There are so many plants out there that they really need to have a plant lord. I mean, we've got fungus lords, but we don't really have a plant lord. I mean, we have plenty of plant creatures. We've got creatures that Phylax can make. We've got the topiary stomper. We've got the topiary cat, the plant ox that the detective can make in Murders of Karloff Manor. You've got all sorts of plants out there. You've got Yasharn, for goodness sake. Then you have coyote because, well, it's a Western set and you got to have coyotes. Next up, we have something very interesting. Honored Mercenary. Now, for those of you that are much younger than I am and have not been playing or have not been playing Magic for as long as I have, you might not know what a Homerid is. A Homerid comes from a well-hated set in Magic the Gathering in Fallen Empires. They were a group of creatures in the blue color that were they were lobsters. They were lobster peoples. So that's what a homerid is. It's a type of lobster. So that's going to be something very different. Next up, we have a Rhino Brawler. I can see that. An Ox Angel. I can live with that. A Porcupine Mount. Okay. We're mounting a porcupine. That doesn't sound very fun. If we have a legendary creature Core Advisor and a legendary creature Giant Scout. Those last two don't give me very much information. I need more. So finally, we got some names in the set, and we're starting off with Claim Jumper. Then we have Form a Posse, Gold Rush, Great Train Heist, High Noon, Quick Draw, Reach for the Sky, Resilient Roadrunner, meep meep. We just heard about a coyote creature type. Now we have a Roadrunner. Meep meep. They're gonna play into it. I swear to God, they're gonna play into the they're gonna play into the Roadrunner Coyote thing. Shoot the sheriff, and this town ain't big enough. This town ain't big enough for the both of us. Now, I'm gonna start off what I think these cards will do. Claim Jumper is probably some sort of thieving your opponent's treasures, and or maybe a cards from their. It's a creature that can steal your opponent's either creatures or probably your artifacts and or treasures from either the battlefield and or the graveyard. Form a Posse is probably going to be a card that allows you to bring cards back from the graveyard and the hand to the battlefield. Gold Rush is probably going to be some definite treasure creation. Great Train Heist. Now, I don't know how Form of Posse is going to work, if it's going to be a saga or what, but I'm thinking Great Train Heist is going to be a saga that's going to you create some mercenaries or rogues. Then you take control of an opponent's vehicle, and then you create treasure. High Noon, that's probably going to be some sort of fight spell, maybe in white. That would be interesting. Quick Draw, I think, is going to be some way to flash in an equipment from your hand to the battlefield, maybe even from the graveyard. Who knows? Reach for the Sky might be the opposite of that, where it's equipment removal from a character at instant speed. Of course, I talked about the Resilient Roadrunner. They're gonna play into the Roadrunner Coyote thing. Meep meep. Shoot the Sheriff is gonna be some kind of removal spell, and it's gonna be like a crime type thing. And this town ain't big enough. That's gonna be probably some sort of targeted removal where it's like equal power and toughness, or creatures of the same name, or maybe some combination of the two. Which would be very, very interesting. Especially with black decks these days, especially playing with Shieldreds. You put you put down this town ain't big enough. You get to remove your opponent's Shieldred or something like that. Or, creatures with equal power and toughness. So that's going to be interesting. Still trying to think of that mechanic from Kaldheim. I can almost see the card, but But that's what plotting is like. It's kind of like that mechanic. You exile a card and for its plot cost, and then you pay. You exile it for like 2 or 3, and then you pay its plot cost to bring it back in. It was a good mechanic. Well, we're over 20 minutes now, and we're gonna say hoo ha. We'll see you on the next video.